An Alabama woman who left the U.S. to join ISIS now wants to come home, but the U.S. doesn't want her back. Our national correspondent Michelle Macaluso has the story tonight from Washington.
At 19 years old, Huda Mathana left Alabama to marry an ISIS fighter in Syria. She once reportedly called for Americans' blood to be spilled and for ISIS supporters to rent big trucks to run over Americans. Now, 4 years later, Mathana says she made a mistake. She's currently living in a Syrian refugee camp like this one with her son, and she wants to come home. But the U.S. does not want her back. President Trump says he directed the Secretary of State to not let her back in. The State Department gave a legal reason, saying Mathana is not a U.S. citizen, does not have a valid passport, and no right to a passport.
She's a threat to the United States. She joined an enemy entity called the Islamic State, which is responsible for the deaths of thousands of human beings.
But Mathana's lawyer says she is an American citizen and was born in New Jersey, and she deserves her due process.
And when people break the law, they can be held accountable to our legal system, and we believe in our legal system. And Huda is willing to pay the debt she owes to society, including facing jail time for the mistakes that she's made after she was brainwashed by ISIS.
According to New America, a nonpartisan think tank, 7 Americans traveled to Syria to join ISIS, have returned to the U.S. and have been taken into custody. 2 of them were ISIS brides. In Washington, I'm Michelle Macaluso.
So let's go to our national question of the day. Here it is. Should women who leave the U.S. to marry ISIS fighters be allowed back into the U.S.? Yes or no? Head to idahonews.com to vote. You hover over the news tab, top left corner of the screen, and then there it is, the question of the day option.